Well, hello there guys, and welcome to another combat mission game. In this particular scenario, guys, we will be using a striker force to attack the village of Alamara and try to eliminate the ISIS element inside. Yes, this is Modern Warfare. We are playing as the USA, and the USA has actually entered Syria as part of a greater war on terror. Let's see how it goes. Okay guys, so as you can see here, these represent our striker teams. We have to make it into this village somehow, with minimal casualties to our own men, of course. The American people are going to be very upset if we come home in body bags, so we need to go ahead and get there quickly. Now I do have an idea for how to breach this village. One of the things I'm going to do is use this highway crossing over here as a little bit of cover for certain men, but for most of the men, I will be sending them on a frontal assault over here where the buildings are, to get into these buildings essentially and make our way up the village. Remember, we don't know what kind of resistance we're going to be facing here, and it's going to be interesting to see what the enemy is going to throw at us. These guys can also do a quick move up here, and actually we'll send these guys a little closer. Let's see. I'm going to just select all of these guys and quick move them over here, as well as the spotter. Let's go ahead and get started, guys. Our strikers are moving out. Let's see if we have any enemy contacts in this first turn, or if we can get away unscathed. Alright, our men are moving slowly but surely. These strikers can take a lot of damage, by the way, guys. They are obviously just armored personnel carriers, or a form of armored personnel carrier, but they really can be quite useful. And as long as we don't take any fire on the way there, I'm going to be quite happy. Alright, so far no contacts. We're getting closer and closer to where the enemy would be over here. And that's certainly a cause for concern. I actually wish our guys were a little bit closer than this, but we can always change that next turn. And there we go. I already hear some gunshots. Looks like we've already spotted some ISIS units. Look at this. Firing at us from an actual roof. Our men are returning fire from the striker vehicles. And in fact, we can see a whole lot more men in this building over here. I'm glad we didn't drop right in front of it. But we are going to have to assault this building at some point. At this point, though, we need to go ahead and think about what we're going to do exactly. I'll go ahead and pop these guys out from this particular vehicle. So we'll go ahead and dismount them. At this point, I'm not going to move the guys over here. As for these guys, they're already dismounted for quite obviously here, because their striker has been hit. So I'm going to go ahead and try to get them to the roof over here. And as for the rest of these guys, I'm going to basically keep them here. There's a nice little bit of trench cover that we can use. But we're not necessarily going to be using it in this battle, because the enemy is mostly in the center of town over here. Although we do want to go ahead and return fire. I want to go ahead and dismount with these guys. We'll move up with this striker vehicle, and basically just try to wipe out the enemies ahead of us right now. Now there's a lot of smoke here, and this is making me think that we could go ahead and probably take this area without much difficulty, but not 100% on that. We're going to have to try anyway, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to dismount our men. We're going to quick move into the area where the enemy is. We're also going to turn our striker that way so that he can assist our men in this attack. And I'm going to do the same with this guy, and I'm going to do the same with this guy. The difference is with these guys, I'm not going to dismount them yet. I'm going to actually keep them in the striker just in case the enemy has overwhelming machine gun power. And we're going to go ahead and keep moving up here to make sure that everyone else has a chance. I want to get these guys up here as well, and the same with these guys. So we're trying to close in on the city without losing men, if possible, of course. Let's go ahead and quick move into one of these buildings as well, to the roof, and we will go ahead and end the turn. Pretty sure the enemy is going to be firing back with some heavy fire, especially since they seem to control this frontal area of the town at objective steel. Let's see how it goes. Come on, men. Go, go, go. We've got cover, boys. All right, it looks like the enemy's actually taking off. Some of them are running. It doesn't look like they like to actually face us, to be fair. Here we go. Our striker's getting close. We've got enemies right out in the open. This would be a perfect time for our guys to dismount from this vehicle, but of course, we can't do that right now. Nonetheless, this is an unconventional force, and yes, it doesn't look like the striker ran over the men, but this is kind of part of the way the game is set up. They're fine, obviously. Here we go. Our men are attacking. Beautiful kill on that ISIS gunner right there. And they are making it into the building. Of course, we know that now there are men in this building, too. We're going to have to do everything we can to wipe them out. Oh, damn. We just got a striker hit. A lot of guys in that striker, so that was definitely unnecessary, to say the least. Should have been more careful. So now we know with these guys, we're going to get them right the hell out of here and send them into town. Let's take a look over here. It looks like we got enemy fire from all angles, and there we go. Our strikers are actually firing back, getting some beautiful kills here. Just look at all those enemies that are hit. We almost got a guy with an RPG. We'll be probably getting him next turn, but we're definitely managing to kill these guys. And the guys that ran away from this building to escape our infantry, we're also killing them. And you can see that tracer is going straight for him. So let's go ahead and get the rest of these guys the hell out of these vehicles. Obviously, it's just not good for them. It's not healthy to remain in these vehicles. Let's go ahead and move them as well. And we're going to move them over here to the roof. As for these guys, I believe they're already moving, but as you can see, they are shaken. So it's not as easy for them to actually make those movements. And incredibly, this is really, really lucky for us, our striker actually survived. Well, I should say the men in our striker survived despite that striker being hit. At least most of them did, which is really, really cool. So let's go ahead and quick move in here. I'm going to go to the roof. Actually, with these guys, I'm going to quick move to this building, to the roof. And we'll start moving this striker vehicle up as well. Basically, just let's get all these guys really close. I am a little concerned with the position of my MG. I'm going to go ahead and deploy this weapon so that we can assist in firing at the enemy. And as for these guys, obviously, we have to keep them here for now. It's really cool how they've actually taken this trench position, and let's hope that serves them well. Let's go ahead and keep the real-time action and see if we can kill some more ISIS troops. Aim small, miss small, boys. There we go. Our men are definitely assaulting. A lot of action going on here. ISIS is certainly coming back to the first area of the village here, or this town, whatever you want to call it. And our infantry are trying to get into these buildings. They're definitely undergoing a lot of enemy fire here. We definitely are hitting the enemy, and certainly losing them as well. Go ahead. Look at all of those tracer rounds, trying to make it safe for our guys to get out of this area and into the town. And I must say, that's really, really cool. We've got some guys in here. A lot of enemy troops are getting hit at this point. And we're doing an excellent job at clearing out the village. There we go. Our men are finally getting into the building. Unfortunately, the buildings are pretty badly damaged, so I'm going to want to get these guys out pretty soon. Sounds like the sounds of an automatic grenade launcher going out, too. And only the men actually have those, so it's looking like our guys are managing to get out. Look at that troop. Oh, beautiful. Another shot. And with the guys in the trenches, as well as our APC over here, or our striker vehicle over here, it's going to be very, very hard for the enemy to secure a victory or to even get away. Now, of course, we still have a lot of work to do. Our job is not over yet. We still need to obviously dismount from these vehicles. We've got to try to get into the town, and we still have a lot of objectives to take. This is all going to take time. Let's go ahead and get these guys off to the roof. As for the rest of them, I'm going to keep them more or less in the same position. We'll move this guy to the roof over here. And as for this infantry, we may move them too. We'll keep that machine gun back because he's doing a great job, and we're just going to keep it up, guys. We're going to keep going and doing what we're doing. I will quick move this particular vehicle into the town if I can, and this is just to try and kind of spot some of the enemy quickly before they attack our men, obviously. Let's also take a look in here. Do we have some infantry? Yes, we do. You know what? I think I may stop that. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to send the infantry out of here. So let's cancel that movement. We're going to go ahead, take a look at the infantry. We're going to dismount, and we're going to quick move into another building right over here. We want to take this first frontal area of the town, and then we can obviously use it to perform more fire missions into the center of the town. We also do have spotters, believe it or not. Our spotters are back here. I didn't want to move them up yet because I don't want them to be hit. If they're going to actually spot, I want to make sure they don't get blown to bits because this is a really, really tough operation, and if they don't, we could manage to get some really nasty friendly fire casualties. So let's go ahead, let's get started here, and let's see how our boys are going to handle this situation. There we go. Wow, already getting great hits. And Actually, these guys are getting out of the striker, and this is where they're trying to get to this building. Of course, look at that. Enemy troops are on top. They're firing down with a Kalashnikov, and actually, they may be able to kill one of our men, but no, we got him. We actually managed to get one of them. Beautiful shot right through the chest. I doubt he's going to be able to survive that. Right now, it looks like our machine gun crew, as well as just our regular crew here of, what are these, C Company HQ? Our HQ are firing at what looks to be a bunch of hidden men in this particular building here. So there we go. Alright, the smoke is actually helping us. This was not dropped by us, but dropped by the enemy in an effort to basically stop us from seeing them, but it actually seems to be helping us quite a lot. We've also located Objective Steel and Objective Copper, which we really do need to take. They're across the way here, and that's going to be the next part of the battle. It looks like over here in this building, wow, a lot of gunfighting going on. We can't obviously see what's really happening inside, although we can see if we look here that our men are in there, and look at this, 3 dead ISIS terrorists, as well as the dead sniper. Our men are doing a great job at clearing the building, and I'm hoping the other 2 guys here, these combatants, will eventually just surrender. But that's really neither here nor there. We're only going to be able to see whether that's the case or not once the battle actually ends. So let's go ahead here. We're going to move these guys out. I think they've stayed in this building long enough, and we're going to go to the next set of buildings, guys. We just got to keep leapfrogging and trying to make it across. Get this guy to the roof over here. Get this guy to the roof over here. And get this guy over here, hopefully. And this way we're just going to keep slowly moving into this town. Might as well go ahead and move the strikers in too. So let's grab this guy, drop him in here, I'll unpause him. And the same with this striker team. And as for the rest of them, I'm really not going to be doing much. I'm just going to basically keep things as they are. I want to go ahead and possibly get this striker up here closer to the town because he could probably help us take these buildings. But let's see. All right, let's go ahead. Let's get started here. A really interesting building battle, so I'm curious if we can actually win here. If we don't, it's going to be a major, major loss. There we go. Wow, a lot of close combat. Kind of wish we could land on the second floor. The enemy are throwing grenades and everything. We're obviously firing back, managing to probably kill a few of them. And there we go. Yes, we got another one down. These guys are actually going out onto the balcony here, and our men are returning fire. This is a hell of a gunfight. There we go, finally. Our men were very confused by that. Like, what the hell is going on? It looks like we got more guys moving up, obviously, from this building, and we spotted a tremendous amount of ISIS troops making their way between the 2 buildings. So our men have started returning fire, but the good news is they've actually managed to go ahead and take these 2 buildings. Enemy infantry spotted. Fire. The enemy's throwing a grenade. Pretty crazy here. There we go. Good shooting, guys.
Follow me, man.
Still getting into their position as well. Let's see. Yes, everyone's getting into position. It looks like we only have 1 casualty of our own here on the field. And you know what? I'll take that any day. Moving, men, keep moving. This is a hell of a fight going on here, guys. And we are truly locked in battle with the terrorists at this point. We also know that the terrorists are in this building and could return fire at this area right here. So we really do need to go ahead and focus on it. And obviously in here, just look at the amount of terrorists we got down. Sadly, losing 2 men, and we still have a guy on the first floor causing some trouble for our guys. But overall, I think we're doing okay. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is obviously Combat Mission, one of the Combat Mission games. I'm not going to tell you which one it is. No, I'll tell you which one it is. It's Shock Force. So we are trying to basically fight the terrorist forces here in Syria and essentially win the war for the United States. If you guys want to see some more on this particular Combat Mission game, make sure to let me know in the comments down below. And let's see, do you guys prefer this or do you prefer Black Sea? You know, whichever one you guys think is best, I'll try to focus more on that one. Thank you so much, guys. Take care and have an awesome, awesome day.